taking this opportunity. Thank you all for coming and enjoy the show.
The relationship between art and commerce. So you'll see that here. There's the three phases of the artwork.
So the crystals, like full spectrum of glow. The canvases have a dye that's crystal infused. So it's infused with crystals like that, giving it energy.
Between the canvases, there will be the timer. The timer will cue when the assistants will walk over and cut the canvas and sew it onto the t-shirt.
混凝土翻制的这个仙人掌的造型，那就是同时它又被嫁接在一个真正来自于现实建筑的一个局部，把它们放在一起，其实它们从材质的质感上是比较暗沉的一个状态。 我觉得光它是一个被感受到和照到，其实并不一定是跟肉眼完全有关系的一个东西。所以我想要探讨的，其实还是人的内在的一个状态和现实之间发生的关系。所以对我来说，一直长久以来的一个创作的核心的主题是和自然与工业之间的这种关系。 他们互相之间的一种相互力的关系，但是在这个关系之下，其实更多的还是隐藏的，就是人和现实的一个关系，人和时代的一个关系。那么通过我的一个创作的手法，他们最后其实所形成的就是一个被压缩的影子。其实那影子它往往又是本身就是光的背面，它是跟光有关系的，所以我希望有一个更隐晦的对光的一个表述。
So these works come from a performative element of my artistic practice. I recently started making more costumes because I feel like they give the work a sense of activation when they're being made and when they're also being on display, and the way that they use themselves and create sound and movement. For me, performance is a really important way of communicating with the people around me. It gives me this sensibility to really be live with the audience at the moment. Well, I definitely find the title to be very inspiring, first of all, because it is something that, and especially when you're looking at yourself, you have to find your inner glow, your inner beauty. So it's something that you have to search for because it's there. And it's the same for looking at people around you or the world.
Glow to me is really a nice term because it talks about light and material. For me, a glow doesn't happen without a kind of physical involvement in some way. Even if we're talking about the sun as a kind of glow, you know, I love thinking about that as a chemical reaction. There's like a real material quality to it. And for photography or sculpture, you know, I guess I feel like this sort of intangible thing can be accessed through the way the material is handled. Here you can see where I took that interest in documentary photography, the way an environment is imaged into lenses. For me, the apparatus is a dodging tool that doesn't necessarily dodge the environment, but it changes the environment. The holes are where it's allowing these different perspectives of the world to penetrate through the object. One where the object is altering it, and then one where you're able to still see through and see your version of reality penetrate the object itself.
It is a reproduction of painting by Leonardo da Vinci, which recently sold at an auction record. And so here the idea was to take this kind of pictorial thing, Christ figure with halo, and use that as a kind of detour of glow. Try to speak about this kind of mechanics of economy. The second formulation, nacho cheese flavored chips, kindling fires, that you feed the stomach the same thing as you feed a fire. And then the last formulation of glow, the water has been infused with vitamin D, manufactured by a water company based in the United Arab Emirates. The idea was to think about this kind of vitamin economy, that when you look at it, it does not glow to the eye, but perhaps it holds inside, in its material constituency, some distillation from a glow.